Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, your hostess, and today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. We're going to make some keto and low carb cheddar cheese crackers with some cheddar cheese, a cheese block, for my keto diabetic diet. And I am excited to try these. It's my first time making them, so we're going to make those. But I'm also going to include my Grateful Friday. And I've got some ideas for Grateful Friday that I want to share with you in this Friday video. So let's get started. This recipe has no flour or almond flour in it. It is simply a cheese snack cracker, and I have chosen a sharp cheddar cheese, an 8-ounce block. I'm going to be shredding it or slicing it on the side of my grater. And I have pulled out a knife and a cutting board, and I've also pulled out some garlic powder to sprinkle on top. You can use other seasonings such as garlic salt, everything bagel, onion powder, or just a dab of hot sauce if you prefer that. I also have powdered cayenne that I could actually sprinkle on the cracker if I wanted it to be spicy. You will cook this for 15 minutes in a 350-degree preheated oven. You will need to check this at 10 to 12 minutes to make sure that your cheese is not burning, and you want to use a parchment lined cookie sheet. If you just use the cookie sheet, your crackers are going to stick, and they will stick to foil as well. The recipe came from wholelotofyum.com, and I will put a link to that in the description box below. All right, so this is a hard block cheese. Now you can buy the pre-sliced, ultra-thin sliced cheeses and cut them into squares. That is another option. So this is going to work really great, I think. I may get some broken pieces because this is a aged cheese. But we're going to try to do our best. Depending on how thick you slice your cheese, it's going to make the difference in how long you will actually cook. So these aren't going to be perfect, but you can get the idea here. And you want to slice them into little squares and kind of separate them out on your cookie sheet. Together a little bit. All right, now some of these I just hand sliced and they're a little bit thicker. This was off of my thing, so you can see there's a little bit of difference. But the idea is to get your cheese as thin as you possibly can. Now I'm going to just sprinkle these with just a little bit of that garlic powder just to give it a different flavor. And I'll probably have to do this twice because they didn't all fit onto one cookie sheet. One website suggested making sure that you have your rack set to the middle setting in your oven so that you get an even bake. This is so satisfying. Making my own Cheez-Its. The cheese snacks, the cheese brand that you buy in the store are about 17 carbs. And that's just too high. This is going to actually be very, very low, if any, carbs, because there is no added ingredients into this. So we're going to get this into the oven. We'll be back when they're ready. While we're waiting for those to bake, I thought I would share some Grateful Friday things that I have for today. Today, I'm thankful for a full pantry that has saved us from most of the high prices in the grocery stores. We still have to buy a few items, but we are so thankful for that because I do my own canning and home preservation of food, and we have extra money for other needs. And we also have been supplemented by going down to the Amish community, and a local meat producer provides most of the meat that we eat, and the prices really are better for us than what we're buying in the grocery store. So y'all believe that one. I'm thankful for our 1.5 acre homestead. We bought this lot about 12, 13 years ago. 12, I think it's 12 years. And we were able to pay cash. So I was very, very thankful for that. So there was no note on the property, no mortgage, no nothing. So we basically have our taxes and our homeowner's insurance. That's the only money that we have to pay out of pocket, which is a very, very large blessing because our local county has very low property taxes in the county. So we're really blessed by that. I'm thankful for a friend that came by to help my husband unload the composted cow manure because it had to go over a fence, and it would have been a 2-day job by himself, and they got it done. They knocked it out in a couple of hours and got all those mineral buckets out in our garden field. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And he will be coming and getting some vegetables out of our garden this year and fresh eggs for his labor and his time. So a little bit of a trade there. We're very, very grateful and blessed by that. I'm also thankful for our vehicle, which has also been paid for in full. We have no note on that, so it saves us money in the long run. The only thing we have to pay for, of course, is the upkeep and the insurance on our vehicle. So that really saves us a lot of money. It's a great way to live frugally and with intention, is to be able to do those kind of things. How did we come about paying for our property in full, in cash? Is I received an inheritance, and instead of going and blowing that inheritance, we invested it into the property that we own now. And I also really and truly told my husband we need to strive to be able to pay cash for as many things as we possibly can. That's the way my grandparents lived. My parents lived by that rule. Very seldom did they go get credit. They lived off whatever they earned, and it was usually in cash, so they paid in cash. So paying in cash is a big to do with me and my family. I hope it is with you. It's real easy to slip that credit card out and slide it, but you can easily overdraw your account when you do that. So make sure you know what you're spending, how much you're spending, and keep an eye on that checking and savings accounts. We're going to get back to our cheddar cheese crackers in just a moment. Okay, I had to separate these out and put them back in for a few minutes because of the size and how close I had them together. They ran together. I've got another plate here ready to go. And what I'm doing is I am letting them cool, and then I'm sitting them on a paper towel because they are quite oily. So here is 8 ounces of cheese that has been turned into crackers, or you could call them chips. But they look very, very good. They're crisp. If you do them a little bit less, like this one, you're going to have a little bit of a chew to it. But they're all delicious. So we're going to start with this one. It's a big one in there. And if they're too big, you can always cut them in half when you're bringing them out of the oven and make them the right size that you want. So let's taste it. Definitely got a chew to this one. Let's try one of the crisper ones. It's crunchy. It's still got a little chew to it. These are going to be a great replacement for those store-bought cheese crackers. But I'm going to try out some other recipes that I found online also for the cheese cracker that looks more like a cheese cracker that you buy in the store. Let me know in comments what you think about this recipe. Tell me some of the things you're grateful for. Thank you for watching, and may you be fully blessed.